And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hoarding Dragons with your host, Inane Dragon, and all these other mother unkers who are, well, playing my victims. To recap, since it's been a little bit and we've done a lot of it, our heroes arrived outside of Greenest to find the town under attack by a dragon and the cult of the dragon, as they later learned. They were escorting a race scatterhawk to to meet his betrothed and beloved. But seeing the town of Greenest in flames, Race rushed in, and the party slowly followed along, going, "Oh god, there goes our payday."
Yup.
Various shenanigans ensued in the town of Greenest. They became local heroes by doing so much to help mitigate the damage and drive out the cult. But they lost track of Race. So they did some scouting out, and at the request of the mayor, they visited the cultists' camp, found out where it was, figured out what the numbers were, freed the prisoners, which included not Race, but a monk named something stupid, Leosin Erlanthar, who is a researcher into the cult of the dragon and other cults, and he's been concerned about this stuff going on. He had tried to infiltrate the cult, only to get caught. So the heroes got his dumb ass out, returned to Greenest with him and various others, and then got told, okay, now go do that again. Because the writers of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen really didn't think about game design. So they did that again and returned to the camp to find it mostly abandoned. In the process of searching through the caves that were hidden at the rear of the camp, they discovered various treasures, nearly got themselves killed in a variety of ways, practically burned themselves alive in a pile of garbage, defeated some berserkers, killed a crazy cleric lady who actually forced them to kill her. Learned that the majority of the treasures raided from Greenest and other towns were being taken away up to Baldur's Gate and lands beyond along the red-marked route that shows on the map in front of you all.
Oh, right.
You lot then, amongst the other things you found, was, of course, a dragon's egg that you haven't decided quite what to do with yet. The votes seem to be scattered between, making an omelet or hatching it and having a baby dragon to raise. And so with that, you had returned to Greenest, where you were reminded that Leosin, who was one of the people who hired you to return to the camp, has already left with your payment still in his possession. So that's twice that you've had paychecks walk the fuck out on you. This is what happens when you don't demand payment up front. However, the mayor is pleased to inform you that they have, Leosin has purchased a set of steeds for you and recruited one Billy Brewbuckle to help guide you to El Turl to meet up with Leosin and get your payment from him. Oh, see how smoothly I inserted the new player.
Yes.
Is that how we're putting it? We're going to be getting our... Okay. I would put it as we're going to beat it the fuck out of him, but hey.
Assuming, of course, that you lot choose to go to El Turl in pursuit of your paycheck instead of wandering the fuck off somewhere else.
I'm down for going after the paycheck.
Alright. sounds like the plan is paycheck and payday.
Why?
And
Why
so,
is that called the wood of sharp teeth? That sounds oddly.
because there are many things in the wood which
teeth.
have sharp teeth.
Of course there are.
It sounds like a
I was
fun
gonna
night.
say,
Very
it's
straightforward.
just a bunch of little keyboard elves in the trees carving out little cookie-shaped teeth.
It's just the elves from Disenchantment.
Oh, no.
Oh god. All right. How much distance can we cover on a horse per day? Just
Well-
as a curiosity.
It'll take about 6 days to travel the distance, and beating up whoever it is who keeps chewing on microphone.
6 days travel.
More or
6
less.
days for 200 miles for 216 miles.
If you push your horses a little bit, no problem.
I'm down.
Also, the
So
measurements
don't
on the
forget
map,
we have a
maybe.
wagon.
You do have a wagon, which is slower than the horses by a little bit, but not by too much.
Wait, seriously, only.
And it might be that the distances on this map aren't perfect. But the game says it'll take you 6 days travel. So it'll take you 6 days travel.
Okay.
All right.
They might be going based on the previous track. Or following the actual road going up.
I don't know, because that then makes it
Substantially longer.
almost 400 miles.
It'd be
If you
about
follow the
60
roads.
miles a day.
Yeah. Well, let's get started.
And so you journey onwards and upwards and off to the north towards the town, the city of El Turl. It's nice, jaunty travel, no real threats or danger for the most part that you can see. And after, how many days before this happens? Blah, 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 blah. A good day out from El Turl, you notice that one of the stars you saw in the sky the night before is still visible and is directly in your line of travel. And as you continue
Okay.
traveling towards El Turl, it gets brighter and larger, until when you're on the outskirts of El Turl, you realize that it's actually a giant fucking light hanging in the sky above the city. Because
Okay.
somebody thought that would be a good idea.
That's got to be way up there.
Oh, it's up there a ways. It's high enough up to light up all of the city of El Turl and even some of the lands around. And appears to be glowing constantly, roughly the size of a second sun in the sky.
I don't suppose any of us would know what the hell it is, just as a curiosity.
We can always roll a check.
You can always roll Arcana to see if you know what the hell that is.
Arcana.
I know, how dare magical things be related to use the magical check?
How dare they?
Yeah, have a +1. Why not?
I'll
I
take a
have
crack at it.
mine on advantage by accident.
I just take the
Either
first
way, I
number
don't
when
get
you...
who is
Yeah.
doing it.
So,
Hell, I have no idea. And I'm the guy with magic.
Just deny a mortal being. But
It
hey,
could always be out of your school.
That's true.
Thodrian is reasonably certain that it's a enchanted ball that really they didn't bother to give any. They didn't think, gee, we threw this really complicated thing into the game that didn't exist in earlier freaking editions, so there's no lore anyone can fall back on.
Oh, damn.
Well, just tell everybody there's a giant second sun in the sky. Nobody'll think to roll for that. I'm sorry, I enjoy poking at Wizards of the Coast's writing. in 5th edition.
I'm
They-
sorry. Did you say second son?
It's the
Did they
size of a
play with
second
it?
sun hanging in the sky.
Did they
I'm gonna pull
playtest this?
from
Because
Magic the Gathering and say that it's a ball of mana, that there's at least 5 more inside of this hollow sphere that we are living on. And somewhere we're gonna get turned into fricturing horrors from the oil.
they really need to have people playtest this a lot more in depth. They should grab us, pay us to playtest this shit.
I'd be down.
Hell yeah.
But what we're
Alright,
going to
so
say
we're-
is that it's a magical construct designed to just float there and provide illumination and possibly a light blessing to those who are loyal to the city.
Oh, nice. Okay, I can roll with that.
Sounds like more cultists. Just a different kind.
Oh,
I mean,
Now I'm concerned.
sounds like they're just giving you loyalty through having a perk.
All right, so what was that, Martin Luther?
part of me is thinking protect, but also part of me is thinking, oh, cult, destroy.
Hey, all religions are cults when you get down to it. At least if you use the
Actually, no. Cults have a very specific definition.
and
Don't
in
worry,
anthropology and in anthropology and history, it's a organized religious practice.
Don't worry,
Yes,
Martin.
but,
We'll burn
but
that
according
town
to-
when we get
it
to
is
it.
We will not. How it is defined is a small group of a religious practice among a small group of people who.
Yes, that's
seems
the modern
weird.
sociological definition. I don't think Faerun has much in the way of sociology classes.
Okay, that's fair.
We're still doing friction fires, so just roll with it. We'll burn this city.
Hey.
We're nerds fighting each other on definitions.
Welcome. We don't even have to
We'll-
get to that. We don't even have to get to that. Homeopathy works in this world, apparently.
That's true.
Hey, it's
That's
called
true.
alchemy.
Oh,
This
No,
was
no,
just
alchemy is a whole different practice.
Literally, go and
If you're crazy enough, it's alchemy.
check in the magic items healing potion. It is a homeopathic healing potion.
All right.
Brought me back from the dead. I know what it is.
I actually forgot to add one to my list. Oh well.
So, having arrived in El Turl with its crazy, freaky nightlight, you may recall. You can pretty much do whatever you want, but I'll remind you that you are looking for Leosin or Lanthar, and he told you that if he had left by the time you got back, that you should get in touch with one... What the hell's the guy's name? Unthar From.
Check at the gates and see if the guards know this dude.
They're actually able to... they're quite familiar with him. Yeah, we know Unthar. He's a fine fellow. He usually hangs out at the headquarters of his little drinking group, the Order of the Gauntlet.
That
And
sounds nice.
they're
Sounds
down
like
at...
a fine group.
They're usually down at the Pair of Black Antlers, if they're not, out carousing in the fields.
All right. I like the sound of this place. Let's go visit the antler.
And so,
After a long travel like that, we could use a drink. Maybe we'll find him there.
so you arrive at the Pair of Black Antlers, a fine, upscale tavern and inn. They're more than happy to stable your horses and provide you with rooms if you'd like, as well as food, drink. However, Omthar isn't in right now when you ask after him. He's apparently not due back until sometime tomorrow, but you could catch him at a party being held tonight at the estate of Augustine Rosewater.
Anyone want a party?
If I can have a drink, I'll do it.
I do believe it is time, comrades, we go to park.
Let's go track him down. We've trekked all this way. We're already relaxing. Let's go check out this party. Maybe we'll get some more information too. Who knows?
Well, you're able to rest up a bit during the before it's time for the party, because the party is in the evening, of course.
Of course.
So you take a bit to relax and a bit to enjoy yourselves, and then head on over to the Rosewater Estate. And you're going to want to go to the top, roughly center, once it loads the map for you. There will probably be a lot of black.
Oh, there's a lot of black. I'm in the void.
If you zoom out all
I
the
can
way,
see.
if you either zoom out all the way or just scroll up to the top and then over to the center.
Whoa.
They got lots of windows.
They do have lots of windows. There's a lot of
Very.
windows.
It looks like a
Very-
bear got loose. It just shed light everywhere.
Oh, shit.
Boom!
That's trippy. You may have to move. Can we move into this building?
You are.
I can't find my character.
You should be this guy right here.
Ah, wait, there we are. Okay, cool, got it. I see me. God, this place has got a lot of windows. Jeez.
All
Alright,
right,
cool. Let's.
you folks
There's
here
a
for the
kick-ass
party. As
We're
a
here for.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here
fellow
for the
in
party.
fellow in armor with a sword at his hip and a crossbow casually held in his left hand. Saunters up to you.
We're here for the party, but we're also here for a meeting with what was his name again?
Onthar from.
We're also here for a meeting with Unthar. Do you
Ah,
happen to know
Onthar.
where he's at?
I haven't seen him show up yet, but before I can let you in, I'm gonna have to search you for signs of ill intent, and I'm gonna need to know if you got any warding spells, illusion magic, if any is an undead, or if you're in a possession of. Hold on a second, I got it written down here somewhere. Yes, unspecified contraband goods. I'm gonna need to search for those.
That's oddly specific and
Oddly
unspecific at
generic.
the same time. It's oddly generic and specific at the same
It
time.
is.
I'm impressed. Define
My
intent.
friend, could you define unspecified contraband?
Yeah.
I assume that this is the portion of my contract that lets me have an excuse to beat the fuck out of people who don't do what I tell them to when I search them and try to go and cause me some problems. Then I can decide that whatever you's carrying is an unspecified contraband goods. But y'all seem all right, so I don't think I'm gonna find any unspecified contraband goods on yous.
I
That's so
appreciate that.
You know,
So
I think I like
vague
this fellow.
and-
He seemed
Would-
good at job.
Would you be kind enough to notify our friend when he shows up that we're here and we'll be inside just in the main room waiting. One of us
Looking
will be
over
there
his
in a minute.
shoulder. Stumpy, you got that? Nods the guard back and to his right, next to what appears to be literally a pool of lava shedding light into the courtyard.
Impressive.
And you're kind of certain that Stumpy gets his name from the fact that he's missing his right hand.
I wonder why.
Alright. Well, the gym says you don't got no illusions, ain't no undeads, and none ya warden magic's up right now, so you've been nice and polite. I guess you don't got no unspecified contraband goods on you either, so go on in and have yourself some fun. The drinks is in the room, well, the wing, on the what side of the house is that? Hold on, I'm dyslexic. The right side of the house. And I think some people's dancing over in the hall on the other side of the house.
All right.
Drunken debauchery should go on the second floor.
Debauchery, second floor. Got it.
I have an urge to light my pipe on that lava.
So, just to be clear, you said drinks were on right-hand side.
Yeah, up over there.
I hope you didn't want that alcohol.
I didn't pay for it. Ain't my problem.
I hear that.
Open
Have you
bar.
run
That's
into-
what I hear.
Most helpful and good at job. I hope you have wonderful night.
And if you run into any problems, need some fight broken up or some bullshit, or anybody carrying any unspecified goods, you just go ahead and give out a shout for Lefty and I'll be right there.
And or contraband.
Yes, the unspecified contraband goods. If they've got any of that, you go and let us know.
All right. Cool.
You
So,
should
let's
each have
move.
total control of your characters and be able to move as you see fit.
All right.
I will
Maybe
note.
that works, but I can't click a damn thing on this map.
Alright, then I will just bring the party inside for now.
I got to refresh.
I'm actually not having to refresh. That's a pleasant
I
surprise.
think it's because this is only using the advanced lighting. It is not using
the fog of war.
the fog of war effect.
Well,
So it's less intensive.
All right. Cool.
I think my issue was the fact that my computer had a stroke and was trying to highlight everything. I can now move me. Yes.
So, question: what is this?
That looks like a staircase up to a second floor.
I mean the thing, the
Oh, the glowy thing. What is that glowy thing?
yes, this glowy thing.
That
Those.
So what you see around you, there's directly ahead, above the head of this gentleman standing on the, what would that be called? It's not a balcony, but
Let's call it a banister.
Landing.
landing. Thank
Landing.
you. I have no idea why the name landing escaped my head for a minute there. So he's standing on the
Because you
landing,
could land it.
and above him is a glowing orb of, well, cerulean light dancing around between the two pillars. And over here, coating the pillar, is just glowing crystals, and scattered throughout where you see these yellow lights are just the column themselves cloaked in a luminous glow. Somebody spent an awful lot of money on making this place look fancy as fuck for tonight. Because they're all
Alright.
obvious magical sources of light that nobody's even trying to hide.
Okay.
And as you're entering, the fellow standing on the landing seems to be in the middle of a speech that most of his guests are ignoring, welcoming everybody, inviting them to enjoy the food and drink, gesturing off to the right as he says so. And also, I've squirreled away a few items of value for those brave enough to test themselves against my hedge mage. But be wary, not everything in there is as it seems. I'll not be liable should you wind up in over your head.
You know what? I've survived everything up until now. Almost everything up until now.
Comrades, to the maze.
Well,
Good. You have my approval.
I need a drink. I need a drink first.
So Billy wants to head to the table to get some drinks. Walker has lost his audio for some reason and is troubleshooting. And the rest of you, well, Walker, Martin and Jim Jones, at least, are saying to the maze. I haven't heard much from Thodrian.
Adrian's thinking that his stein has been mighty empty from a long journey, And as much as he
That's-
enjoys Jim Jones' hospitality, he doesn't want Jim Jones to completely run out, knowing Jim Jones. So
Yeah,
he's
kind
heading
of
over with
just-
Billy and fill up his stein before heading over to the maze with the others.
No, Thojui just raised a good point.
comrades, good
Those
ideas. And
Jim,
Jones,
Jim,
go on over
Thojui raised a good
with
point.
that his drinking horn holy symbol and just dip that thing full.
But
Those-
Billy's going to be filling up his water skin with alcohol.
That works. I somehow got kicked out of the Discord. I don't know how.
That is very weird. I can't explain it, but welcome back.
Yay! What did I miss? I heard a maze.
There is a maze with a, quote, few items of value for those who are brave enough to try it out. However, he'll not be held liable should you wind up in over your head.
To which I said I've survived almost survived everything up until this point.
And then the general consensus of the party was, we're going to do that maze, but first let's get some booze.
Yes,
Gotta
definitely.
get crunk before we get dunked.
But seriously, Thojin
Why
raised a
do-
good point. Jim, what will happen when you run out of alcohol?
I don't think that's possible.
I kind of want to test it.
See, here's the thing. Why do we party, guys? We party to get wrecked. So let's go.
Alright, so it's easy enough to get your choice of alcohol. The man seems to have stocked, well, just about everything you could imagine in a wet bar, as well as several large kegs, and servants bringing up more as they run out.
Jim,
Right.
I think they're challenging us.
Oh God.
Oh, comrade, let us drink and show them how it's done.
You know what? Fuck it. Let me get in on this. If I'm gonna die in a maze, I may as well die with disadvantage on everything.
I'm heading right to the table.
I got lazy in laying it out, so I just put tables in.
All right.
It works.
The
So, I'm
odd-
All right.
sorry.
So
The oddest thing
Let's
that
all
you
just-
see at the table, besides the copious amounts of alcohol, is the gentleman at the far end who seems to be, well, not only drinking from the table, but also pouring from bottles at the table into flasks, and then mixing and matching the flasks, and bizarrely putting a cork in them, and then pounding them against a book. And you're not entirely sure what the hell's going on there. Most people at the party seem to be avoiding him.
I swear to Christ, if that's Tim the homeopath, I'm getting arrested.
I'm just gonna ask. Just walk up to him like, so,
Yes?
all the mixing and banging. I'm curious.
What? Well, see, by properly agitating a potion, you can encourage its properties to be instilled into a dilution of water. And then you can take that and you can agitate it further, thus concentrating its effects through a process of
Oh,
dilution
how
and
much?
secession.
I'm sorry, sir. What's
so,
your name?
how much?
I'm sorry, sir. What's your name?
Oh, well, there are some who call me Tim.
You.
I will protect you with my life. I will protect you with my life.
Somebody grab Jim Jones. Somebody grab Jim Jones.
I'm just gonna draw my sword. I'm drawing my sword facing towards the party. Like, this man lives.
Oh god.
I'm downing my
Alright.
drink and just watching.
let's.
I don't know
let's
these
not
people
wait.
well enough. I'm just gonna watch.
Wait. Let's not do anything hasty there, Jim. Just let it go. Just take a drink. How long have you been in business? And when was the last time you were in Green Nest?
I don't think I've ever been in Greenest, although my potions are known far and wide and greatly sought after, so it's possible some of them have found their way there. I mean,
I'm
just
just gonna.
try
I'm
this.
just gonna.
Try this 100 concentrate of liquor.
I'm down.
Sure, why not?
I'm just gonna turn my head back to him and says, "One of your potions saved my life. It actually brought me back from the dead."
Amazing! I always knew the 2000C healing would work.
Jim Jones very calmly walks up to this man.
I still have my sword drawn.
And looks at his watered down booze and so you have taken alcohol and added to water and you think this is better.
Go on, try it.
Can I?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna grab it. How much?
Oh, you shouldn't have more than a drop if you're not too hearty of a person.
Wasn't what I asked.
And with this, Jim Jones just snatches up one of his 100 dilute liquors and downs it and stares at it.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh god, it's either gonna go real good or real bad.
Now, if this qualifies as a poison, I do get a bonus.
Yes. I was
All
about to
alcohol is a poison.
So yes, you do get a bonus on it.
As I wait for my character sheet to reload, because it's stupid.
You know what? If we're
I should
both
probably pull mine up.
if he's doing this, I will too.
All right, I'm
We
gonna
all
need a
need-
You said a Constitution.
Yes, sir.
Constitution. I'll take that.
I only
I
have
will
a
try
negative in
that,
it.
and I'll probably die.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh.
I want to see the results from everybody who's joining in before.
This is either gonna go really good or really bad.
So
Did I roll?
is taking his gloves off to prepare his hands to slap some butt. So there's gonna be a lot of laying on hands here.
Yeah, we might need some butt taps for this.
Before I down it, I'm just gonna real quickly look at everyone and says, "I protect this man with my life." What little that means.
Would you like me to roll?
Will
Would you like me to roll the
down.
Constitution for you, Jim Jones?
Yeah, that'll work, because I'm having trouble getting it to...
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, and you have advantage, so let's see if you can do even better than that. You didn't need
Nope.
the advantage. So, as Martin Luther is threatening everyone about how he'll guard Tim with his life, as the pure alcohol pours across his throat, or his tongue, down his throat, he starts coughing and choking and then passes out for a moment. And
Get up.
Jim and Walker are able to kind of hold their own and hold it down and go, oh! Because something that all of you forgot is that they can also just use ethyl alcohol instead of water as a homeopath.
Oh.
Because somehow ethyl alcohol also has the memory retention of water.
Oh, so I
Okay.
drank double alcohol. Oh god.
So you had about, call it 99% alcohol, but not very tasty.
Oh. I'm
All right,
drunk,
Jim.
okay.
Effective.
Not that you guys know it. See, it makes it stronger.
I don't know how. Jim, I'm... He's down. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Jim
I'm
Jones
I'm
stares at him a little bit.
I'm up.
He thinks there's trick here.
All right, we've had our drinks. Tim has proven that somehow his watered down drinks are more powerful than anything we've come across before. Let's take that maze. How about that?
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
how many of those do you think I can buy?
Oh, these are not for sale. This is a test run. Demonstration only.
Yes, I would like to test a barrel.
Later. You test the barrel later. We
I'm
might need
taking-
you. You get them.
I'm grabbing a bottle of wine off the table and slapping it in Martin's hands. Here, have this. This might be a bit better for you.
Yeah. All right, let's go find that maze. Where's that maze?
So you all make your way outside and see where this entire tree is cloaked in fairy fire, letting off light to illuminate the rear. And then proceed onwards, noticing the softly glowing exterior of the maze.
All right.
As pretty little flowers
Oh.
give off light.
Pretty
God,
little
all these light
flower.
rays are sending my thing through epilepsy.
So, question: if I am drunk, do I go and put on disadvantage or no?
That one hit is not enough to really, it's a hell of a hit, but they are in potion vials, not big ass bottles.
All right.
So no
So
disadvantage.
who takes point?
So wait, with pure ethyl
Not me.
alcohol, would that make him temporarily blind for a moment?
He did black out a little bit there.
He did. That's temporary blindness. He's
effectively,
good.
what Tim the homeopath has there is dwarven spirit.
More or less.
Yes.
And I don't know if you noticed, but I rolled
an.
an I don't know if you noticed, but I rolled an insight check for you to see if you
I did
to
notice.
see if Jim Jones picked up on anything going on.
Oh boy. That's gonna come back to bite
happen
us
to
in the
be
ass.
a brewer, so
But how do you know that it wasn't the magic of his homeopathy that made it taste so much like grain alcohol?
Oh boy.
It was.
So here you
Holy
are.
wheel.
We're about to get. Jim Jones is about to rage within this. He's about to gain a level barbarian.
Oh no.
As Thodrian begins the exploration of the maze.
Adrian's going to take point.
All
But we
right.
know very well that Martin should never, ever take point.
Why not?
well, were there any rules for the maze? We just have Walker burn it down.
No.
I can do that.
No.
You-
Threaten me with a good time. I can do that.
I have a tinderbox.
That might be considered disruptive by Lefty and Stumpy. At which point you might have to figure out what it's like to deal with Lefty and
Yeah.
Stumpy.
We don't want to upset Lefty. Lefty was a good guy.
All right. Fire spells are off. Fire spells are off the table, unless it absolutely has to die. Like right then and there, fire spells are off the table.
Well,
So-
it looks like I'll just be giving the paladin a good old tap on the butt for a warding bond if we get into con.
All right. Thodrian, lead the way.
I'll be not in last, but
In front of me, because I'm a
No.
fragile little unarmed.
The question
dude.
is,
fine.
do you want to be
You-
sandwiched between two dwarves?
You know what? I'm taller than you both, so fine.
Treat
The
the
answer to that
hedges.
question
Treat the
is always
visible
yes.
hedges as terrain you can't enter.
Okay.
So I
Like-
have to go. I can't turn, I guess.
You could try and squeeze your way.
Okay, that's a squeezable spot. Got
That's a squeezable spot, not a passable spot.
it. Gotcha.
As is this here. If you see a break that's not a full square wide, it's intended as a you could see through it maybe, or you could try and force your way through. I mean, hey, you could always cheat through the maze and squeeze through things and ignore the rules and see if that's safer or more dangerous.
Yeah, that sends my spidey sense
Keep to the
tingling.
spirits, much like what is in my blast.
Let's try to not make a whole hell of a lot of noise here.
As everybody
So-
lets Thodrian escape
so
beyond
no-
them.
So no bulging in through the
I see
maze. Got
something. I see something.
it. You don't.
It's this.
Yeah, I know,
Little-
but I'm saying no, you don't.
No, I see something in here. I don't know what it is. Can't tell.
Oh.
I see a couple of things.
We can squeeze in through these
Quick, throw
boxes.
a rock
correct?
at it.
You could try to squeeze through there.
I'm going to try to squeeze through.
Alright.
You're squeezing into the. Where are you squeezing into? Never
So
mind.
you squeeze through, and as you're coming out the other side, you bang into. Hold on,
Alright.
let us freeze people up a little bit. Moved forward. There we go. So you're coming through. Yeah, we'll leave you there. And as you force your way through the hedge, you end up crashing into what ends up turning out to be a piece of lawn furniture and a really well-dressed lady. As I grab the wrong... There we go. Who you kind of tip her over in the process of getting out of the hedge and send her sprawling to the ground, shouting.
Ask for her address.
I'm going to profusely apologize.
What the hell is wrong with you, pervert? Slapping you
I
across the
didn't-
face.
Tell me he takes damage for that.
As she proceeds, where the hell is the standing version of this woman? Screw it. I'll just copy one of you. Her dress changes color.
Pretty angry.
Oh, I can do it.
As she starts stomping her way out, still not quite cursing, because that would imply, unladylike language.
Mhm.
And shoving her way past Thodrian if he doesn't try and stop her, while also finally ending with Brutus, deal with him.
What?
So let me pull up the initiative tracker.
I didn't. No.
Martin, what did I tell you about taking point? Don't do it.
I didn't know there was anyone on the other side.
But that's taking point. You're jumping ahead.
Holy shit.
Not bad.
If I had to be brutally honest.
I'm probably gonna die. Again.
More
Just
than
gonna have- your butt will have a little nibble.
So,
Hey, Tim is nearby.
That he is.
where are our other initiatives from people?
I'm
I'll
working
go
on
ahead
it.
and get
I got-
Jim's.
I can't even manage to
Should
look
be
at
up.
character now.
What's that?
I
Alucard?
can't manage to click my character. I'm doing this on the phone, and every screen is in.
Roger that. I'll handle
Yeah.
your roles as needed.
Welcome to my world.
Except that you've
I
got
had
it
to
mostly
read.
figured out.
I reloaded
I'll play
everything.
Warcraft.
I got kicked out of Discord again. I don't know why.
It doesn't like you.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't like me. tonight.
Alright, so there's everybody.
You saying that there's Discord within Discord?
There apparently is.
Oh,
So,
My God, the Discord.
Billy, You heard a mixture of screaming, shouting, near but not quite profanity, and a woman storming off in a huff saying something about, somebody called Brutus deal with somebody. What you do? You all are not alone in the maze.
Oh, I'm going to move ahead to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here. And I can't really see anything going on, so I'm going to pull out my sword and shield.
All right. Martin, having rolled well, you notice that in this corner here is a sculpture of marble, and somebody just dropped out.
Yeah, that's
That would be Walker. Okay. And it started moving after she told Brutus to deal with you.
All right. I'm gonna just start muttering, progressively getting
I haven't
a bit
rolled
louder,
initiative
going.
already. Dragon, would you be kind enough?
Yep, took care of it.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna mutter at folks and then just start progressively getting louder, almost yelling of, "Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh no! Oh fuck!" And just book it towards the end, and just pretty much shove past him to this spot here.
From the Papa Bear.
All right. Jim Jones. What would you like your character to do? And I can make it happen.
I guess I'm gonna try to squeeze in there with the party members that are currently threatened by it better not be a goddamn stone golem.
All right. So it's basically just difficult terrain to squeeze through there. And there is, exactly as I described to Martin, it's starting to move. There's a little bit of cracking showing in the marble as it sort of shakes itself out, almost like it's waking up from a bit of a sleep. And
Alrighty,
you still
I
have
guess
an
I'm
action.
gonna hold position there and try to encourage everyone in here to get the fuck out of here. Maybe it'll stay in this little square.
Okay. So that brings us to it. And it turns around and proceeds to smash through the hedge. Focusing
Well,
its
never mind
eyes
that
on
idea.
Martin.
Okay.
To be fair, I've already won.
Okay, and just to make sure that this is working for everybody, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that now.
Damn it.
Damn.
I'm just trying to find rules.
It did have to use its action to smash its way through the hedge, though, so...
Oh fuck.
And she is going to continue 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Storming out.
Yeah.
She's not having any of this nonsense. Walker! In addition to all of the yelling that's been going on, you've now heard, well, the absolute rending of shrubbery.
The absolute rending of shrubbery.
Like something has just ripped out a 6-foot-tall hedge by its roots and chucked it aside kind of noise.
Oh, crap. Okay. Well, I don't have a line of sight on anything, do I?
Not if you can't see it.
Alright, you'll have to forgive me. My phone is deciding I picked this particular time to completely screw with me. Would
Yeah,
you move
I'm-
me to where I might possibly?
I'm just gonna go and say it. My bad.
Okay, with a little bit of squishing and squeezing, you can use only movement to end up here, where you see a marble man-sized statue standing in the remains of a shrubbery, with Martin cowering on the other side of it.
Of course you. Go ahead and scorching fire.
As Walker
What's that
realizes all of his spells are fire.
Yes.
Oh God, they all.
Would you do me a
Just
solid
remember,
and
scorched earth is best
since
earth.
I'm trying to get my system to stop screwing with me, would you roll me my what's that one ice spell I have?
You have the Chilling Touch, which is necrotic, and Ray of Frost, which is ice.
Let's.
I wouldn't know, but I thought you had Witch Bolt.
Which is
Which one?
lightning, which can cause fires.
All right, let's roll with chill touch. Roll me a chill touch, would you?
Okay, that is going to be a hit. And does he need to make any kind of a save? Okay, he can just not gain any healing as you throw out a necrotic hand at it that seeps into it and somehow, despite it being some kind of a lifeless automaton, starts the process of killing it.
Yay! All right, I can roll with that.
To be fair, if it's a living construct, it would take damage from necrotic, just in a different way.
Quite probably.
It'd be more wearing at its quote-unquote soul.
Yep. Thodrian.
I will be back momentarily. Give me just. But continue.
Well, I guess need to tie that down in its place. I use Channel Divinity, Nature's Wrath. If maybe.
If it will work.
Yeah. Maybe it counts. Is it under my? There we go. Everything's just being really slow. So it needs to make a strength or dexterity saving throw, its choice, or be restrained. It's a DC 12.
Will it make it? It makes it pretty handily. As it just flexes its way out of the vines and other bits of shrubbery that were trying to hold it in place and get vengeance upon the monstrosity for having destroyed their friend. What did Bob the Shrub ever do to you?
Didn't even destroy anyone. We just bumped into someone.
Ah! Should probably get to the other side of me.
That's fine.
That's all I got.
You can move if you want.
Let's see.
Is it just that square shrubbery that's destroyed?
Yes.
Alright.
The square it is standing on is the officially dead shrubbery.
Alright.
I will move there so that I'm still within 5 feet of Martin so I can protect them.
Alright.
And that'll be my turn.
Billy.
Alright. I'm going to move up the square, and I'm going to try to hit it with my longsword.
I still
There it
do.
goes.
Alright.
And congratulations, you are in fact able to land with your longsword. How
Maybe.
badly? How well?
It'd be 1d8 plus 5 because I get my dueling bonus. Well, technically a plus 2 to it.
1d8 plus 3 plus 2 from your dueling bonus, so that'll be 6 points of damage. As you hack one of its arms off, not that it bleeds out from it or anything happy like that. What with it being made of stone?
Alright, and I think that would be my turn.
Alright, so Martin, what is it you would like to do now? So far, it seems to only have eyes for you.
You should probably do something.
Folks,
Aw, it
I
loves
just
you.
bumped into someone. This is taking it a step too far. This is over dramatic.
It's also very unladylike to bump into someone.
Not a lady.
Well, she was.
How was I supposed to know that? Until after I bumped into him.
Maybe you should have obeyed the rules of the maze.
Right, I should have. In panic, I guess I'm just gonna swing my sword at it, while just frankly just screaming
he's
like,
in a
"I
panic,
bumped
isn't that
into someone!"
If he's in a panic, isn't that a disadvantage?
We are not going to do that to him. He's already at enough of a
No.
disadvantage being Martin Luther.
Didn't I tell you to get behind me?
All right,
I
that
can
is
still
a hit.
move.
That is a hit. And remember, because you're a rogue and he's adjacent to an ally, you can also add in your sneak attack damage.
Yeah, how much is that? It's a 1d6, I want to say.
I thought it was 2d6.
I was going to say, it should be higher than that. It should be 2d6, if not even 3d6.
Yeah, fuck.
Flip to the right page, damn it. Flip faster.
It's 2d6.
Yep. It's not until 5th level that it goes up to 3d6.
Alright. Soon.
So
17.
17 more points of damage. As you're able, in your panic, you actually lop off its head. But it still seems to be moving, and it still seems to know where you are.
Oh God. Okay.
That is disturbing.
Jim,
Yeah.
finish him.
No. I'm gonna use a disengage. To
Which you can do
get
as
out
a bonus action because you are a rogue.
I can. And it's gonna sprint over here.
I was surprised you didn't squeeze through the bushes.
Kind of want to, but I'm horrified. I'm gonna bump into someone, and I'm gonna summon another stone automaton.
That would literally put us right back where we started with that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can I tell Jim if he manages to kill this thing, the next drink is on me?
Absolutely. Jim, if you manage to kill this thing, Billy's buying the next round of free drinks.
Oh, well then in that case, I'm gonna march up and give it bad touch with a cause wound.
That honestly feels excessive, but go for it.
To be fair, he doesn't know how alive or dead
Overkill
this thing is.
underrated.
Okay, Jim Jones character sheet. Spells. Inflict wounds. That's gonna be a hit. Y'all are rolling well tonight. Will it keep
Yeah.
up? I assume you don't want to overcast this. You just want to plink him. And
Yeah,
by
normal
plink, I
cast.
mean you walk up, you give out whatever kind of little speech you want, you slap him on the ass, and spreading out from this glowing black handprint marring the marble, lines of necrotic energy just fuse through the veins of the marble and shatter it.
Yay!
I believe you owe me drink.
I do.
Before it even got to attack anybody.
Guys, I
Wait,
started an encounter and didn't even get touched.
Hey, we could still change that.
We
Don't.
can.
Alright, so while
Please
we're
don't.
here, let's go ahead and search this little area. Jim Jones pokes through the remains of the golem thingy to see if there's anything in it.
Congratulations. Inside of the golem, you find a rather large and fairly heavy pouch that you would have only found by quite literally shattering the golem into pieces.
works.
And what might be located in the secret loot drop?
It's heavy, and when you tug it open a little bit, you realize that that's because there are several hundred gold coins in it.
Ooh.
It would take a little bit to probably count it out.
Comrades,
I like
let
this,
us
man.
find more statues. Come.
I like this. This is.
I kind of want to pick up the head and just hand it to Martin. Keep that as a reminder to not touch things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah.
we're
Take
keeping that
point.
head.
Yes, yes. No. I guess I'm just gonna put the head in my bag.
As you
That
do,
If that isn't foreshadowing of what an assassin would eventually become, I don't know what is.
as you put it into your bag, you could swear you hear just the slightest bit of grumbling coming from it.
I'm gonna drop my bag. Nope, nope,
Don't leave
not,
your bag
not.
here. We don't litter. Your bag.
I'm not carrying that thing. It just mumbled at me.
You carry it, and you give it to the pretty lass you like. Why? Because I say so.
I'm not
Don't worry,
carrying
Martin.
it.
Later
mumbled
on,
at
you
me.
can carve hole in mouth and use it for.
I'm carrying a dragon in my backpack. You can carry a. Tell me.
The dragon egg is actually probably back at the tavern because the dragon egg is about the size of you.
Well, us.
Yeah, and that probably would have counted as some form of contraband.
We'd have everyone in that party trying to kill us.
All right, so Thodrian leading the way again. It was working well last time, right up until somebody took a shortcut.
I mean, it was.
Never gonna do that.
That is the intent
nope.
again.
No,
I'd
I'm
say
good.
the shortcut worked out very well.
If I don't.
I'm gonna stand right behind Martin, just
There you go.
holding the bag with the head in it out to him.
Oh,
Until that head is out, I'm not carrying it anymore. The head mumbled at me.
I'm imagining the head sounds like Richard Nixon in Futurama.
Oh
Can I
God.
cast thaumaturgy to make the head twitch around a little?
No, you gotta do it so it's louder. It goes
Yeah,
up to 3 times louder.
Cause a little tremor.
Totally. Thaumaturgy on the head to make the mumbling even louder.
What is wrong with you people?
Do you really have to ask that?
No. No, I
Oh
don't.
boy.
Waiting for people to catch up.
I'm good.
I'm moving R2 on the... Until we get to tactical combat, I'm going ahead and moving R2 who are on cell phones. Just to keep them in the general vicinity of the party.
Gotcha.
And then
I'm gonna consider them potatoes until they get computers at work.
Oops. So, as you can see, it's a fancy little maze.
Yo.
I have no idea how well the lighting is working to mislead you guys.
Working pretty well. Most of it is black.
Unfortunately, I can't use my natural good ability of mapping things in my head for my character.
Yeah.
Hey, this way?
Sure.
Over this way. Catch up.
Okay.
I just want to hold the head out anytime he asks where we are. I will make sure it's looking at him every time.
And anytime I notice him holding the head out, I'll cast thaumaturgy on it.
Oh my god.
It's a cantrip, he can do it.
Hey, Martin.
Yes?
I found you another friend for your head.
No.
Oh,
no.
yes.
Don't.
So, this statue,
Oh god.
and
Oh my-
let's stop where you guys roughly are, so that I can describe scene and all that happy crap. This statue looks more or less a twin to the one that you just pulled apart. This one, however, is noticeably larger and has a weird urn thing on its head for some reason. Neither of them are moving, but you would have to squeeze in tight around that one to keep going down wherever this leads.
Gotcha.
I'm
Who wants
thinking
to see
we
what's
would
up in the
drop
urn
a
there?
sacred flame on these things.
Okay, you know what? No, I'm just gonna grab the head from Walk real quick and put it on this one.
You're going to try and climb up on top of it and put it inside of the urn? And Jim Jones,
Definitely casting thaumaturgy on the head.
Oh god.
So you're casting thaumaturgy on the head, not
Whoa.
sacred flame on one of the statues.
Yep, thaumaturgy on the head. I'm making it twitch around.
Okay. Martin, give me a climb check.
That would be in athletics, correct?
Yes.
Ah, damn it, I forgot to buy my... Damn it. I needed to buy a pole with the glove so I could poke people with it.
10.
All right, you are able to climb up the statue.
All right. I'm just gonna grabbing the twitching.
So,
Look in the urn before you dump the head in it.
so you're hanging, one hand clutching the lip of the urn, kind of holding yourself more or less up. Your head roughly chin height to the lip of the urn, kind of hard to see down into it, especially in poor lighting like this. And you're dropping the head into the urn, and as you do, the arm holding the urn pulls it and you back
Oh god.
and hucks you. Give me a dex save, and Jim Jones, give me a dex save.
As I see this, could I say you should have kept the head?
You may indeed. As I pull up Jim Jones's character sheet and roll his
Thankfully, I
dexterity
rolled
save.
very high.
I told you to keep the head for a lovely lass.
How do you know this isn't my lovely lass?
So
Because
Jim
I'm pretty sure a lass doesn't have that.
Jim is able to duck the flying Martin, and Martin is able to basically land comfortably in the hedge instead of hurting himself horribly as both of the statues start moving.
Oh
course.
god.
Your god has forsaken you.
We
Why
kill
does
the
she-
big one first.
Son of a bitch. Oh well. That's what the +5 is for from alert.
I might be giving a paladin a tap on the butt.
And
That
I
alert
have
feels so good.
I have your initiative taken care of, Walker, as horrible as it came out.
Oh, thank you.
Who am I missing? I see Jim Jones, Martin, Walker. So we're missing Thodrian.
Oh,
Thodrian must have checked out, going, "Oh my god, you people are stupid."
I didn't realize we had rolled. I went to go get my tea game on.
That is perfectly fair, after all. All that you really missed was Martin Luther deciding to climb one of the statues that you had every reason to believe would be a threat.
I heard that. Oh, this is
You know-
Martin being
Now that I think about it, I'm actually the biggest danger to this entire party.
think.
I've heard of giving head, but this is ridiculous.
Well, no, let's give you credit where credit is due. You find every trap.
You do.
You just find it with your face.
I do find every trap. I do set off every trap.
Just to make things easier and mildly more amusing, you can see their nameplates.
Oh,
Set off, find. It's all relative.
Sally. Okay, maybe that one was a lass.
So
all right, you
Sally
started this.
steps forward, realizes that there's things in between her and her, I guess we can call him beloved,
Uh-oh.
and so lashes out at both Walker and Jim Jones. That's definitely a hit against Walker with his beautiful 12 AC, and Jim Jones really should think about investing in armor, but in spite of that, Sally still manages to miss him. And Walker only
She
takes
can't hit this beautiful face.
3 points of damage from a glancing blow from a giant urn,
Oh,
clipping his shoulder.
yay.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
You
Martin!
will be. You will be.
I say he leads the pack next time.
By a considerable distance.
Hey, I said let's go the other way. Y'all decided to come up this way.
Within crossbow range, please.
I'd be scared.
Martin, what dost
Ah.
thou do?
Well, then cry. I guess pull out my short bow and shoot at the one with the own.
Alright.
Yeah, you better get up in there. You better get in there.
That is a
All
hit.
right.
That is a hit. And don't forget to do your bonus 2d6 sneak attack damage. Once per round, baby.
I thought that was only melee.
Nope.
Alright. Yeah, you gotta remember, I'm converting from Pathfinder to 5e.
That's understandable. You should still get it. I know there are ways in Pathfinder to still get sneak attack at range. But
Yeah, you had to take a perk. Or you had to take a feat.
So
17 damage.
the arrow slams into Sally, breaking the wrist holding the urn off of her, and the urn comes clattering down to the ground. The distinct sound of objects inside of it rattling around. And are you happy standing where you are in the shrubbery?
Actually, yes.
The Knights Who Say Knee agree.
And so it comes to Brutus 2. I hate you, Thodrian, by the way, for putting me in the position of even considering making a pun.
To Brutus.
As Brutus
Hit two, Brutus?
goes after Thodrian. Thodrian, are you wielding your shield at this point?
I should be wielding my shield. I don't know
Okay. Then I just add 2 to your AC. That's all.
why. Yeah, I fixed my AC.
It's because you alternate between, doing the two-handed Warhammer or the Warhammer plus shield, so your
yeah,
AC
there was
changes.
Yeah, last game I did drop my shield so I could just wail on something.
So it's only going to hit you with one of those, and wow, they keep dealing minimum damage.
Good job.
I'm saddened by this, as he... I imagine it's... His second fist is coming in, and you get your shield in there, but it's coming in with so much power and force that as you're locking your shield in place, he's just kind of crushing your arm in a little bit. You know, wearing on those tendons and muscles. And that brings us to Thodrian.
Alright, 1 second.
Who needs to
Well. Okay, so it add. Alright, I was just trying to make sure that the ensnaring strike I got, that's part of my sheet, is not like a class perk. It does still use my spell slot.
I would have thought it used your channel, one of your channel divinities.
Well, no, I had Channel Divinity, Nature's Wrath, and Channel Divinity, Turn the Faithless.
Ah, different thing. Okay.
Yeah. Ensnaring Strike would just be a normal. Do I want to do that?
We're probably going to be fighting quite a few of these things.
And
That's
I'm
a
gonna have
big
fun with
possibility.
each and every one.
I'm so sorry.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and smack it in the face.
Yeah. My
See if I
dwarf
hit.
is a soldier, so he has a bit too much fun fighting.
And I'm afraid
That's a
you
miss.
you smack the glowing flowers next to you, sending off a pretty glitter of glowing pollen.
Please tell me it sticks to him and makes him pretty.
It gets in his beard.
Yes.
I have fairy lights in my beard. This is glorious.
Oh, Billy. Oh,
That's it.
Thodrian, was that all you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
So, Billy Bob.
I am going to take a swing with my longsword at Sally here.
Poor Sally, what did she ever do?
She tried to reason with the Pumpkin King. That's what she did.
Yeah.
Sally carried the urn of treasure.
I'm pretty sure that's a mess.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is indeed a miss. And I apologize to the live chat. I actually, for some reason, my computer doesn't want to load the live chat. It keeps going, oh no, you're not connected. Alright, so that now brings us down to Jim Jones of the Jonesening.
Alright, so I've noticed these golems want Martin's ass.
Well,
And they're only hitting us if we're in the way. So is there a way I can shift position to get behind Sally without provoking an attack of opportunity?
not really, because you'd either have to go way down and around the hedge and then through a gap in the hedge, or try to squeeze by between her and Billy. You could get out of her direct line by just moving, down to.
So what you're
Alright.
saying is if we
Jim
kill
Jones
Martin,
will
this
move
whole
down
thing
to-
stops.
Alright, Jim Jones is moving down to.
I have idea. As he drops a sacred flame on Sally, if he can still see her. If not, on E2 Brute.
I feel like she would
Yes.
have partial cover.
No, because you go from most advantageous corner, which is literally right next to her, and then you
Right.
check each of her corners, and it's pretty clear. Or clean, I should say, for him.
Alright.
And even with a +2 from cover in this scenario, she still would have failed. as she starts to crumble from the ongoing damage being done to her by poor barbarians who don't appreciate good living art.
I like my art.
I'm not a barbarian, I'm a fighter.
Yeah, I think Jim Jones might be picking up a level of barbarian after that.
Walker.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what I'm thinking is can I yell at Thodrian to duck
I mean, you can.
before I do my move?
Do I even want to know what your move is going to consist of?
Probably not. But it's not flammable, at the very least. I just need a clear shot with my Ray of Frost. I'm going to twin them to hit both Sally and Brutus.
Alright.
I just want to try and save a sorcery point if I can. So if I can yell at him to duck down, say I can keep from having used.
I mean, I can push into the bush.
Well, if you're
I'm
thinking
already
about
short.
if you're thinking about having to about careful spell or anything like that, these are targeted spells. These aren't area of effects.
Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm going to twin Ray of Frost, and I'm going to hit both Sally and Brutus,
Alright, so
hopefully.
that's against Sally, and that's against Brutus, and they both miss.
Son of a bitch.
The good rolls have ended, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, well, I'm nowhere near them, so can I move without getting hit?
You can move, but if you leave her reach, then she gets a free attack on you.
If you leave Brutus's reach too.
But he's not in melee with Brutus.
No, he's not.
Oh. I don't know why I was thinking he was Thodrian.
If you need to
Just remember,
disengage,
she now has a
you
clear
should be
line
able
of
to.
Disengage would be a normal action. He already attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you need to move and you're next to me, you're able to. I can impose disadvantage on her attack.
I would like to put some distance, if at all possible. Just one square off to the side. Over. Would that work?
This is still in her range, so she
Okay.
could still smack you.
If it's anything like the other one, she's still going to be going after Martin.
I'm going to clear a hole for her to go after.
Yeah, they seem to be focused on Martin, and she has a clear path to him now.
Yep.
She looks like a larger creature, so not quite clear.
So mean.
All right.
You're touching things you're not supposed to. You pushed over a poor lady, and now you have to sleep in the
So,
bed that you made.
Is this where you're happy, Walker?
I'm good there. I will
All
open
right.
that path. And if the golem doesn't kill Martin, I likely will.
Well,
Mean to.
No. Walker has woken up the walking treasure repositories. He did a good
All right,
Sally takes a swing at you, Walker, but you duck underneath of it, which means that you're
Yay.
not able to be thrown out of her way. So, turning, and you could swear, as she's looking at you, that she's glaring, because before, she was looking over at Martin and just kind of swinging, like she's trying to bat you out of her way. But now she's coming back around with the stump of her arm, where Martin chopped it off at the wrist, to slam it down as if to pile drive you into the ground. And let's see how much... Wow. She apparently doesn't do a very good job of pile driving, because, again, you just kind of get clipped. It's a glancing blow at best, because, I guess stone moves slowly. And if you didn't know any better, you'd swear she started to kind of stamp her feet in frustration as it comes round to Martin's turn.
Oh, Oh, she's the poor little child.
And let's
You
be
better deal
fair,
with
she
Sally.
did used to have an urn on that hand.
I know. Her poor urn.
Ah, shit.
No.
Martin,
Sorry.
make yourself useful, or I will twin burning hands. Somehow, I will do it.
Won't be able to if I'm not healed.
All right,
Oh.
Martin. What?
I'll pin you to the
do
damn
you
ground
do?
if I have to.
I want to attack, but at the same time, I want to go one session while I'm not almost killed.
Well, I mean, does she really look like she's got that much fight left in her?
I don't know. I actually cannot see her.
You better get where you can and finish. the
She's
job
missing a
you
hand.
Started.
Just shoot another arrow at her.
You should be able to see her.
I see.
He's
this
in the
one.
bush.
Literally in the bush.
Yeah, no, I'm just checking my dynamic lighting layers.
And no, I can't.
Yeah, he needs to move the square down.
If he's shooting her with a bow, he does not want to move a square down.
Could squeeze through heal.
Are you contemplating running away?
That
Maybe.
motherfucker.
I will shoot you. I swear to my gods. I'll shoot you.
If you run, we kill you.
If you,
No, make it.
I
run,
mean,
you
I'm
die.
Make it worse for him. If he runs, he doesn't get any loot.
That too, but if he runs, he not only doesn't get any loot, if he
Yeah, no
survives
loot
the
for you.
onslaught,
Run,
he
no
also dies.
No. I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to shoot him, tie him down with all three of these creatures' heads, and let them just torment him for an entire night.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot this one again.
Billy Brewbuckle is chaotic neutral. He doesn't give a shit.
All right, that is going to be a hit.
Good boy.
Still have my movement, you know.
Yup.
And I still have my crossbow.
And I still have a bunch of spells with your
And
fucking name on it.
Sally goes down to the arrow. Never would have thought an arrow would kill a statue, but apparently that's just what she needed, was an arrow to the knee.
She had a chip on her shoulder and he took a chink out of her armor.
Congratulations. Who's her husband?
Did you just Skyrim meme us?
Yes, I did.
I was going to say she got Robin Hood.
Who is her husband?
I don't know. Maybe it was Brutus. Maybe
I'm
that's
about to
why
make
she's
you
not
her
happy with him.
husband.
Oh no.
Make a hole to see
Well,
if he's
Martin,
really
considering
pissed.
these statues seem to have a hard-on for you, you're their husband.
Oh no.
They're looking for their alimony.
Everyone
So-
move.
Oh no, I'm
Let
poor.
them go after him.
Here's the question. Do you use your movement, Martin?
Get your ass out here.
Where was the other?
I don't know. Maybe you need to come out of the bush.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're gonna want to
You
come
need-
out of the hedge now.
You need to go search the body.
Is this the
Just gonna
is
move
this
down.
the Forgotten Realms version of Out of the Closet?
Yep.
I'm
Get
moving
out of the
right
closet,
here
Martin.
and no photo. I still can't see them, but okay.
You should be able to see them just on the other side of Thodrian.
I cannot. I can't even see Thodrian.
I'm noticing a
I am
shaded
sure.
area like I'm dark vision.
I do have dark vision too.
I can see him. But
Oh,
that's probably
well,
only
no,
I
because
have dark
you've got...
That's only 25 feet. He should be able to see. At least if this is dim light.
I cannot.
That is very weird that you can't see him,
Well,
because you are
it's,
registered as having sight. The light tokens
Martin's
near
got a
them.
blindness curse.
it's right here. If the thing's marble, it should be reflecting any little bit of light. So I'm pretty sure someone could just point
Now I-
it.
See.
That shouldn't have mattered, but... Okay, I figured out what the problem was.
Get in here and get him, Martin.
I moved. I didn't run away.
You
Are you really... is that your goal? Running away? Squeeze through
Said
the
I
bushes?
moved. I said I moved and I didn't run away.
Ah.
I'm
okay?
still thinking about it.
Good, because you're
I
standing right
haven't.
next to me, and I will blast the shit out of you if you try to squeeze.
You can
gap,
get
I
a...
swear to God.
Oh, wait, that's right. The gap
And
counts as
sneaky.
difficult terrain, so you can get about there if you try to
I
run
will
away.
burn the shit out of you. I swear to God.
I just want to
Run-
point out, Martin, that I
Run
can
around the
see
hedge so
there,
you're not
and
flanking
that's
on
in my
Brutus.
spell range.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stay put.
You stand your damn ground.
I want to pat my leg and just go, come here, boy.
Not a fucking dog.
Yes.
You're about to be.
All right. So Martin is standing his ground, and Brutus 2 only has one choice of what to do, and that is attack Thodrian, and just basically fists pounding like somebody trying to pound on a door to get someone's attention on your shield. Just
Make a
bam,
hole.
bam, 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 and doing nothing of significance.
Just make a hole. Let him through.
Don't.
Yay! I am just like rolling super crappy.
Yeah. What the hell? So
Uh,
you're returning the favor of ineffectual blows.
yep,
It's one of those knock knock who's there.
pretty much.
Well,
Gonna continue to be the shield for your allies?
Yep.
Alright, so Billy, Bob, Thornton.
as I see it, I have two options. One, stand here and do nothing but look pretty, possibly using a crossbow. Or two, move and try to get the head out of the urn and toss it over to Martin. Why? Because he didn't listen.
Do it.
Don't.
I'm going to go search that urn and try to find the head.
Oh God.
Just remember, Martin did wake up the walking treasure repositories for
He
us.
did, and if I find something other than the head first, I get first grabs.
Hey, no, I killed that one. It's my favorite squirrel.
You also pissed it off.
But I killed it. It's mine.
Digging
You
around.
Moved over to it.
You put four of us in danger for you
I
not
killed it.
listening
I
to us.
killed it. I killed it. It is mine.
I told you to keep that head. You did not
Digging
listen.
around in it, digging around inside of the inside of Sally's urn. You
Do you need a perception
find,
check on that?
You find the head is the first thing you pull out, but you also notice behind it a jug.
Hmm.
All right. I want to toss that head over to Martin's feet and hold up the jug if I can.
Yep.
Do it.
It's this big ceramic jug, cork stopper in it. No idea what the hell's up with it, but there is a sloshing sound emanating out from it.
Drink it.
If this is good, it's mine and Jim's. If it's not, I'm forcing it down that little one's throat.
Gross!
Either way, it's mine. I killed it.
Oh, the urn is yours, yes. But the head is going in with you.
Oh, you have earned
Alrighty.
the urn.
Where do you plan on putting it?
Jim Jones.
I'm
It's
going to
your
put it
turn.
wherever it fits.
No.
Alright, do I have line of sight on Brutus, right?
He's gonna have cover from you where you're at. Why
In
is
that case, I need to shift up a little bit so he doesn't have cover, but I also don't want to get in Martin's.
There you go. Since I'm a
And
lazy
Sacred
GM
Flame.
and continue to constantly ignore the fact that technically allies are cover, but I don't care about that. That's too much effort.
Shoot around
Sacred
the middle.
Flame. Dexterity
Well-
save
In 5e,
fails.
in
He
5e,
should set something on
it-
fire.
each round
I
is
set
10
things on
seconds.
fire when I fail. He needs to set things on fire when
It
Yeah.
failed the dex save, so that means that Jim Jones succeeded.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
In 5e, each round is 10 seconds, so in my logic, within 10 seconds, you can tell your ally to move just 2 inches to the right.
Walker, it's your turn, and I hadn't realized they changed the timing of the rounds.
It's from 6 seconds to 10 seconds in order to make it easier for people to do the math.
Okay. I'm half tempted to twin a spell at both Martin and Brutus.
Come
but
on!
You got us into this.
And
I
all you
literally
did
got
was take a
right
little bit of damage and get some loot.
I
Come on,
literally
Martin
not,
did us
and I have
on this
lit-
one.
Alright,
He hasn't
alright.
killed
not
anyone.
only
Alright.
that, I've literally not even gone touched. Why would you wait that for?
Isn't Thodrian a paladin?
Yes.
Lawful
Yeah.
good?
No, just good. Not lawful.
Alright, I was gonna say, if he was lawful, technically, Martin broke the law of this group, which was don't touch anything and keep the head.
It wasn't the law.
It was a law as
Alright.
far as I was concerned, as long
It
as
was
we're
a
in here.
guideline.
I've
we
still got a
declare it?
line of sight
Did we?
on Brutus.
Law
So-
were declared.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna throw my bolt to see what happened.
All right.
Please
Witch
don't
bolt.
set anything on
Oh,
fire.
that is a successful hit. Congratulations.
Oh, the one flammable thing I've thrown all damn session. Didn't set anything on fire except
Now
my
all
target.
you have to do is maintain concentration till the thing is dead. I think we
That's-
got
Probably not going to be a problem. I can
All
live
right.
with that.
So, how much damage on this? I assume you're not overcasting it.
No.
So that's going to be 8 points of damage on your first. Oh, I'll take your roll. 11
Oh,
points of
great.
damage.
I'm back in the game. Yeah. All right, 11 points of damage.
As you start to make him sweat a little. You're not sure how marble sweats, but you know, it's a phrase.
You can get blood from stone eventually. If you
Sally
coat it.
is dead. Martin. Hmm. Pretty arrow into Brutus too. To try and claim that you killed them both.
Is he still here?
I
Or
am.
did he? Okay, good. I was wondering if Discord kicked you out too.
Oh, I'm thinking if I want to shoot it or if I want to run up to it and stab it to
Well,
truthfully
pretty-
claim, oh, I did it!
it would be pretty hard to do because Thodrian's kind of standing in front of it.
Yeah, you're
Can
gonna
you
have to
jump?
take a shot.
You could try to do some trick shot thing where you get around Brutus too. It's within movement range if you really wanted to do that, yes.
So if I do that, I would be behind, so I would still get sneak.
The whole idea. Aggro him. Just take all that
Eh,
aggro.
yep. Doing that.
All
because-
right, give me an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever is your preference.
Oh shit, he actually did it.
And now I can't see him anymore. This is gonna be fun.
It looks
Okay,
like he
that is-
succeeded.
That is enough to get by Brutus 2 and over Thodrian and Brutus 2.
And on the-
Landing on the far side and an attack, and that is enough to hit.
Oh my god!
And
my
your
God.
2d6 sneak attack damage.
He somersaulted over him. That counts as a sneak attack.
I am behind.
Well, more importantly, you have an ally in melee with him.
Yeah, I'm flanking technically.
As you stagger
There
Brutus
you
2,
go.
It's Daggle.
I knew you had it in you.
busting
job.
chunks out of him. And you're pretty sure you can see some kind of a leather satchel inside of where you broke open the statue.
Is there any chance I could
If
just
it makes it round to you next, I
grab
vote
it
you
and
shove
yank
your
it
hand
out?
in there and just yank it
No,
out.
because you already did everything you could. As it kind of stumbles around to face the one thing that's done the most damage to it.
Oh fuck. Alright, I'm just gonna, like, before it does anything, like, the thing in his back is mine!
As he brings... He's still, even as he's turning away from Thodrian, you know, he'd been pounding away on Thodrian's shield. And he's still pounding as he turns, thrashing the hedges around him. And then both of them slam down into you for a total of 10 points of damage. So wow, he doesn't even kill you.
Wow.
He does not one-shot you.
Oh fuck!
For his damage roll is pathetic and weak.
It was the balance. He didn't put his back into it.
No. You put your legs into it, not your back. Trust me, I threw out my back last week. And 2 weeks before that.
Oof. And Thodrian. Be
Let
the
him finish
Thodrian we know you can be. End him.
Well, didn't
Snatch
work
the
before.
bag.
Let's try this again.
Wait, the guy's back is
Hey,
to
there we
you.
go.
The guy's back. The thing's back is to you. You can snatch that satchel out too.
It's mine!
That
It's
is a
mine.
hit.
That would be a flanking bonus too, correct?
They don't do flanking. They don't do flanking the
fuck?
same way anymore. As Thodrian
So, 10
brings
damage.
the warhammer around and through, finishing the cracks and the chunks that Martin had previously taken out, to break the statue in two and leave it a crumbling heap upon the ground, thus technically earning Thodrian the kill, if you people are being petty about such things.
I'm going to be petty about something else.
You people can't say I didn't help! I'm gonna reach down and grab that
I can
satchel.
say that you didn't listen, and you're going to take this head, and you're going to take this urn.
Fine, but that satchel
Okay.
is mine.
What do I have to roll to put the urn promptly on his head?
Well, I assume that he's busy pulling the satchel out of the corpse and, like, looking inside. So,
Yeah. What is in it?
well, inside of
that's
it...
going on.
Go ahead, Jim Jones.
While that's going on, Jim Jones is just going to take his warhammer to the other statue, make sure it's all broken apart, and see if there's anything buried in.
Alright, so while you're doing that, Martin, you're opening up the leather satchel, and inside are a lot of electrum pieces. Like, a lot. This bag is bigger than the one Jim Jones found.
Ooh.
And then everything is darkness because an urn just got dropped on your head. And you're now, like, shoulders deep inside of a big marble pot that's probably causing you to sit on your ass, given, you know,
with
the weight
another marble head inside of it, just groaning at him.
That's fine. Wait, did you say another one groaning at me?
Yeah,
This is
because
the
I put the
original-
first head in there.
Yeah, this is the original head, and it's now leaning up against your ear, murmuring and groaning, and the lips are moving on your ear.
You're just gonna hear a very loud, reverberating shriek. You're just gonna hear me shriek.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Lad, next time I say you hold something, you hold it."
Fine! Just get this thing off! Get this thing off!
Nope, you can do that yourself.
I'm
Do
just
I have
gonna.
a healing
just
potion in my
throw it.
inventory?
You do, and Jim Jones, when you finish smashing up Sally, you find kind of woven through the stone, it practically comes out from the materializes out of the crushed marble, a silk robe in beautiful reds and greens and gold thread embroidering various scenes on it.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
I'm just gonna throw the urn to let the head just kind of roll off me.
All right.
Gonna clutch my sack of electrum. How much was in there?
There, unless you're going to take a short rest, I don't think you can actually count it out.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm not-
tally loot
I'm-
and divide
I'm not-
at end of game.
This electrum is mine.
So you don't want any of the gold in my giant sack of gold?
Hey, you could put that sack of electrum right in that urn that you're going to be carrying.
So
I don't think he can honestly carry the urn around.
He can drag it.
I will try.
Hey, in all honesty, that urn might be very useful to carry this loot. We don't know how much else we're going to find in here.
Fair enough.
Does a 15 do it?
That'll be enough to drag the urn along behind you, yes.
Alright, I am dragging it.
He still takes.
Yeah, he's taking point.
What?
You're taking point.
No, he is not taking point.
Oh, thank God.
You haven't
But if
been
we have
around
him
a
on
while.
point,
Because every
we can
time he
make sure
takes
the
point,
issues like him.
I
every
die.
time he takes point, people die.
Usually
And
him.
we could have very well died just from facing those things because he decided to not listen.
No, he's fine. Somebody was gonna climb up there anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
Knowing
for
you
having-
guys,
Jim
that's-
Jones just looks around, chuckling, takes a sip of his holy symbols supply of booze. Goes, come, comrades, let us find more things to bring.
Let's do
Hey.
it.
While I'm walking,
looking
can I
at it.
check what's in that jug that I got?
Yeah, sure. You uncork it, kind of eyeballing in it, and despite the fact that you can hear sloshing, even when you get close enough to some of the flowers to get good light down into the jug looks entirely empty when you look in it.
Oh.
But it sloshes as you move it. And it looks like Walker is retreating.
Well, to be fair, he can't see what we see right now.
Oh, it looks like Walker got dropped again.
Alright, let's see what's down this long corridor.
Okay. Because you've already committed to it effectively, and because there's nothing left to worry about on the long corridor, at least, no traps there, just gonna go ahead and let you make it down the corridor.
Come on, little one.
I have no idea where Martin's
It-
going.
No, I accidentally dragged through.
Please don't repeat you going into the shadow realm from my campaign. That was a nightmare. We got derailed for a solid 10-15 minutes because we didn't know where the hell he went.
I didn't know where the hell I went. I was in a
So,
1-by-1 room.
at the end of the second long corridor is a chest. Just sitting there, unassuming.
I'm not trusting it.
Martin, is there trap on chest?
I mean, normally we would have Watson use his face to open it.
Okay, you know
But
what?
we don't want him to do that.
I have
No,
a crowbar,
no,
I have a shield.
No, guys, I can literally. I have thieves' tools. I can just check. I have thieves' tools.
I'm going to be holding my shield up.
And it's
While he
fine.
messes
I'm
with it.
going to be standing behind.
Alright,
Good
Martin. You gotta learn sometime. I put my shield up as well.
The trust here is very evident.
I can't see it.
What?
It's right in front of
Oh,
you.
oh.
I literally cannot see it.
Wait, why is it?
Well, it's right here, so you're in the
No,
right position to do it.
no. We actually are running into a problem here. There are no nearby light sources, and he's the only one of you without dark vision.
I mean, I see something that looks like little light nodules in the middle of this corridor here.
I do have dark vision.
Oh,
I'm
did
an
I get
elf.
that wrong? Oh, my bad. I'm gonna have to.
You pathetic daylight needing monger.
Wait, what race is Martin?
I'm an elf.
Yeah, you should have some sort of it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yep. So I'm
There
fixing
we
that on his
go.
character now.
There we
For
go.
some reason,
Now
I thought he was human. I don't know. Either that or that copy of his token
Right.
didn't have everything set up correctly.
Alright. Thieves' tools. That is.
So
Mistakes were made.
as you're pulling out your thieves' tools and getting ready, don't want to like do some kind of a perception check.
Yeah,
thing?
I should probably do that.
I don't care. I keep my shield up. I'm staying as much behind it as I can.
Okay, Martin. As you're leaning in with your tools, kind of trying to look and see into the lock to see if maybe there are any traps wired up to the lock, you could swear that the lid opens up just a little bit and it looks like there's jagged rows of teeth.
Oh, son of a bitch,
Guys,
it's a mimic.
no, let's not. Let's just go now, go now.
Kill it. Can I just drop a divine, sacred flame on it?
Sure.
Pull it open up. I'm getting to the back of this 3-man group. I want no part in that thing.
As it
Go back.
starts,
I'm gonna go back to my own now.
No, Martin, it'll be
So-
fine. Just don't let it swallow you.
so Martin is retreating, practically gibbering like a little girl. Thodrian and Billy are kind of groaning like they're used to this sort of a thing and getting their shields ready and preparing to form that solid wall. And Jim Jones just reaches over their shoulders and hucks a bit of divine starlight at what appears to be a rising mimic, teeth glistening. And then the sacred flame hits it, flips the lid back, and breaks it off. The illusion is dispelled. Martin was running for nothing.
All right.
Go,
Thodrian,
comrades.
your
Let
turn.
us see what is in scary box.
I say Thodrian gets his turn. He's up front.
Yep. So I look in. Good reflexes, Martin. This was just practice for the real thing.
Inside, the entire bottom is layered in gold coins. And on top of that rests a gold bracelet large enough for somebody to wear around their upper arm. And 60 feet of silk rope.
Mm.
Who wrote set?
One time.
I already have
correct.
rope. I have a backpack.
Can I check the bracelet?
If no
No,
one,
we take everything.
if no one else,
Yeah,
I
of
can hold the
course.
rope.
Well,
Oh,
silk
drag.
rope is good for more sneaky stuff, right? Who's gonna be
I was thinking-
in such a position that they need to have some silken rope for sneaky?
Honestly, I say we just.
I have
toss Martin
Falcon
out
rope.
and That's his. The
Oh,
bracelet and the
I'm
gold
gonna
we can
drag the
figure out
on
later.
over for y'all.
As Thodrian turns around to discuss all of this and Martin's dragging up the urn, the chest shakes itself again. The lid yanking up off of the ground and slamming it closed as a bunch of feet pop out of the bottom. And it just scurries a little bit back and forth, and then Thodrian has this odd
Tackle
feeling
it.
like it's looking at him.
Please.
God, it's
don't
nice
like
wins
the
luggage.
So I look down, pat it on the top. You coming along with us, buddy?
as it kind of just bobs as if it's nodding. And if you didn't know any better, you'd have thought that it was panting.
Son of a bitch, my keyboard's not working right.
Congratulations, Thordrian. You have walking luggage following you now.
Yay!
Should we keep the urn or keep punishing him?
I say him running like a scared little girl from a box as punishment.
Again! Him running is good practice. We don't want him getting eaten by a mimic.
Aye, but a few scars builds character.
He's had more than enough scars.
I have literally died.
This man is a
Mind if I throw a bag of gold in your very nifty box?
Please.
I'm gonna keep that jug near me. Actually, I'm gonna put that jug in my book bag.
Alright. And so... I see Thodrian has already realized that I've given the players control of the luggage.
Yep. Whee!
I'm moving over here. Oh, I
This
do like
box
how the
will be
lighting
very,
moves.
very handy.
The lighting moving with you moving the token is so nice.
I love it.
It's a great way to cheat if you're being an asshole.
Yes. Although you can, if you as the GM don't trust your players, you can set it so that it only updates on token drop rather than as the token moves.
Ooh. Now, if only my players could prove that they had good enough PCs for that.
I'm never sure which one is less computer intensive. All right, so where y'all going?
Oh.
I used my brick as a standard, so my brick can't even handle base roll 20. It's a nightmare.
As Thodrian now goes the way Martin wanted to go originally.
Alright. It looks like a way out.
I was right!
Aye, but do we really want to get out until we know everything that's in here?
There
Well-
were literally rocks that attacked us. Yes.
Aye, but at the same time they had money inside. Money and this beautiful jug that I need to discover what's sloshing.
We do need to meet up with the guy that pay him.
So, as you're coming out of the hedge maze, you can hear, all of a sudden, screaming from the direction of the house. And I need to update a few things.
Alright. I'll wait before I jump into the house.
So this is when we just exit quietly, stage left?
No. We had to collect your payment.
Oops. God damn it, I hit the wrong button! And thus slowed everything down. No.
Watching the little man squirm was good payment for me, but...
If house
I
is
view
being
that you want
haunted,
more.
I am taking barrel of bread.
This woman here is coming running, screaming out of the house with a pair of ugly things chasing her. Let me see if I can't... Wait, where the hell? Oh, because I have a search thing in there. That's the problem. Let me see.
What the
if-
hell are those?
Can I share that with the players? Come on. Aw. As ugly, wretched creatures about the size of a halfling, made out of what seems like rotting flesh and claws and muscle, chasing after her and chasing her towards what looks like an array of more of them waiting for her to run right into their outstretched arms.
Charge.
You can give me religion checks if you like.
Ooh, I can do that. I'm good at that.
So fuck. Please, computer, don't have another stroke.
Oh my god. I'm good at it and I fucking suck. I have a +6 to it.
Why not?
Oh,
Hey! I'm barely religious and I know more. I guess
So-
we're rolling initiative.
That would be a helpful strategy.
I'll go ahead and roll my religion.
Let's see what the actual cleric knows. So the cleric, Martin, I'm getting my people mixed up. Especially because you guys are way the fuck back there still. Jim Jones recognizes them as demons, but he's not entirely sure what sort of demons. Mains, maybe? Whereas, and Walker has much the same. Sorry, that was Walker's role that I was reading off of. My bad. Y'all are all the same to me.
yeah.
You know about the same thing, so yeah. Whereas, I'll learn your name eventually, Billy.
Beautiful bouncing belly.
Beautiful bouncing Billy, dancing down the road, not only knows that they're mains, but that they are one of the lowest tiers of demon, and not barely brighter than an animal, but they're also resistant to cold and fire.
Of course they.
I'm gonna share as much information as I know with the party.
Jim Jones is, of course, going to shout out back to the Abyss Demons as he charges.
So we still need. Is the luggage's initiative yours, Thodrian?
It would seem so. Let me try to do this.
I like the luggage having an initiative.
Yeah, you're right. I should have left the luggage on there. Hold on. And I am following the actual rules for the luggage. It will not that you guys know what those rules are yet.
Nope.
Only if it had arms so it could pick stuff up and just shove it in itself.
Does lightning count fire?
No.
Lightning is its
If I
own
remember
damage type.
correctly, it can technically eat items.
All right.
So
I
Jim
have
Jones.
At least one spell.
They're not resistant to necrotic. That's what chill touch would be.
Okay,
Simply
so
because
looks
it's
like I'm going first. How close can I get to the group?
To the group of mains. You can actually get into melee with one of them.
Alright, I'm going to advance 15 feet towards the center line of the group, and I'm gonna drop a radiant flame on one of them.
Alright. These hedges out here, by the way, are lower than the other ones. They're difficult terrain to move through, but they don't actually obstruct line of sight or anything. But you could use them for cover if you wanted.
half cover.
Pretty much.
Alright. Oh, so they're Gears of War cover.
So you were dropping a Sacred Flame. I keep forgetting that I gotta roll these things for you. And he has to make a dex save, which they're not good at making. Ooh, that is a hell of a failure.
Oof.
They do not have vulnerability to radiant damage, though. As the holy light of drunken debauchery burns the demon. Which gets its attention off of the girl. And onto you.
Oh. Alright. So I actually need to figure out distances. 6, Seems 60 is about the max distance from me to any of them. Yeah.
So, the two that come up on you, Jim Jones, are going to lash out with their claws, and that's a miss, and that one's a hit. As the one that you managed to hurt
Good.
is just flailing around from the suffering incurred upon it by hedonism cast in a positive light. It can't comprehend how something that it considers part of its depraved existence could possibly be good and holy.
Hey now, this ain't no state-sanctioned hedonism.
But the other one, in contrast, has got his game on and he's focused and he slices open your arm with his nasty, degenerate claws. These two over here, I'm using the roll because it's what I've got, but what you should note is that they're not actually clawing. You can see clearly enough. They're not clawing at her. They're trying to grab onto her dress or her arms. They're trying to grab her and drag her off somewhere. And the others can't get to any targets that they want just yet. Which brings us to Martin.
Get in there.
Fuck. Could I argue that
What was that, Rise?
can I technically say that since I'm carrying a heavy jug around?
I thought we said you could drop it.
They did say you could stop carrying the urn around.
Damn, I was trying to use that as an excuse.
What did
I'll
I
push
there?
through here and I don't want to move. Fuck. I guess I'm shooting this one.
All right. Roll that beautiful dice footage. Ooh! I think you just shot the luggage.
I rolled a natural one.
I think you just shot the luggage.
Don't shoot the luggage.
Line of sight. Yeah, the luggage or Jim Jones would be more in a line.
I mean,
Why are
yeah.
you breaking my new toys?
So the arrow goes thunk, quiver, 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 right into the luggage, dealing negligible damage, but
Please tell
causing
me
it
it whimpers
to
at him.
whimper.
I mean, you better pray that's not Ricewind's chest, because it will frickin' eat you.
Yeah.
Can I? I'll take that advice. Can I pray?
Prayer
may-
isn't going to help you.
You may pray, yes.
You're
Billy,
supposed to pray before you shoot.
You
Yeah,
fucking failure.
We gotta figure out a way to add this prayer shit into his attacks. A plus
works
2
for
to
everyone else, it
radiant
just-
damage.
It
Oh,
works for
well,
everyone
on
else. It
both
just doesn't work
sessions.
for him.
It
When he
worked so
prays,
well on
everyone else
session
hits
one.
harder, but he fucking fails every time.
Sounds like he's praying to a god of the scales.
And the scales
Praise
don't
the
like him.
elemental.
Alright. What I want to do, since I have line of sight of this one, I want to pop a shot at it with my crossbow before moving forward.
all right.
So, let's try. Hey!
That'll be a hit. You just showed the rogue how to, use a bow.
Oh,
For 9 piercing damage.
I'm not a rogue.
As
Oh yes, I am. Right, okay.
Then I can move, I believe I'd be able to move to here.
that would be correct. That's 25 feet.
Alright. Yeah. On the way, I'm just gonna kind of drop the crossbow behind me, so I can get my sword and shield ready.
As the main drops dead. Thodrian!
Is my initiative up
Hey,
there?
hey,
I see it.
All right.
Is his initiative up there?
Think.
I don't see his
It
initiative.
is.
His name's not there. That's
Yeah.
all. He's right after Thodrian.
No, that's
Oh,
the
okay.
girl.
Oh,
Well,
I saw
hold
purple.
on.
That's all.
Oh, hold on. I'm
So-
just fine. Okay, there it is. No, that's your religion check.
So I'm gonna motion to the luggage to hide over here when it gets a chance to move. And how, if I were to just do a full move, or like move for my entire turn, does that give me double my movement?
Double your speed, yes.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see if I can. I don't care about the provoking part.
You could actually get to right here with only 30 movement.
25, actually.
I was counting him going around me, too.
You can move through ally spaces. You aren't actually 5 feet wide.
I know. It's just... I play in worst-case scenarios.
I'm just debating if I want to. Like, I'd like to get up to her if I can, but if
Don't
we're
forget...
not.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be provoking a lot of stuff. That's assumed.
You can actually do it. If you cut your lines just right. Like you said, you'll be provoking an opportunity attack, but...
Yeah. Well, uno momento. Believe. Yeah. So I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Bonus action. Nice.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that'll bump me up a little bit more. So now I have 20 AC. And then, huzzah! And so I'll provoke the 2 opportunity attacks.
It's actually only 1. Because you don't
Oh.
ever leave this guy's space.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And he's clearly still trying to work out the metaphysical nuances of how hedonism can be a good thing, because he just is flailing in the wind, completely unaware. And so, Walker.
All right. I'm gonna move up to just beside Billy. And I know I've pitched this to you before, but I want to try it again. Because I'm willing to dump more sorcery points to make it happen. If I spend 2 sorcery, can I twin Scorching Ring? Would you be willing to let that go as a house rule?
No. That would be busted as fuck.
Ah, damn it. It was worth a shot. Alright, well,
You already get 3 bolts.
but I want to make them all just hit as hard as hell. Anyway, over here around the woman and who ran up there?
That's Thodrian.
Are you flinging
Okay.
fire by an innocent NPC?
I'm flinging fire by an innocent NPC and an ally. So I'm going to be aiming my Scorching Ray at the 3 combatants around them. I'm going to go this guy,
Red is
This
first one. Blue is second one.
and the one to the
Green
south is
is
the third.
third. So that way we know which order to apply attack rolls in.
Alright. So I'm going to cast my Scorching Ray
And a 1.
3 times, and we'll see what happens. No,
And
chill
a one.
touch, bad chill touch,
And a 1.
bad chill touch.
And a 1. All 3 of them are going to hit.
Nice.
Amazingly, you managed to pull this one out.
I did. All right, so
Let's
First,
see
Ray
all
of
that
Frost.
damage. Oh, wait.
there's-
Why is it Ray of Frost instead of...
Did it seriously cast Ray of Frost?
I mean, the attack roll is going to be the same either way, so...
We'll just kind of aspire instead of cold.
Well, he's using a much higher level spell, too.
Damn it! Do I have to do that again?
The only thing you have to do now is... Yeah, because you're using Scorching Ray. So just give me 3 rolls of 2d6.
3 rolls of 2d6. All right. 3 rolls of 2d.
You know you can tell it roll 2d6 rather than...
I'm on a phone. I don't have that same luxury.
Alright, so 7 for the first.
halved because it's fire damage, so 3.
Mm.
Did all 3 of them populate?
I saw 3, but that's only 3d6 in total. You're supposed to do 6d6 in total.
Oh,
I'll take care of it.
66. Yes, please. It'd probably work out better.
So this one is also going to end up with 3 damage.
And 4 for the
last one is
last.
going to get, if it will pop up, thank you, 4 damage. Because it rounds in the enemy's favor. As you alight 3 mains and make them angry, but also confused as to why somebody's hucking fire at them.
It seems like a good idea.
This lady has no experience with combat, and so she's just going to flee.
Holy fucking shit, these things are ugly.
They are ugly as hell.
I just looked at their picture.
I
Do we have
assume
a
you're
character sheet for
imposing...
these?
It's just a picture, that's all I'm looking at.
I tried to share the picture earlier. It wasn't working.
It looks very diseased.
Like walking chlamydia diseased?
Think athlete's foot, but the entire body.
Oh, shit.
It also looks like it has a bit of elephantitis in the feet.
What the hell just happened?
I
So
killed it.
that just closed out a bunch of my shit. Yay.
Joy.
So I killed all 3 enemies, right?
Nope. You mildly annoyed them.
Look, I'm sending this shit to the Discord because they are just too ugly to ignore.
Yes. Alrighty, so she is running. Thodrian, I assume that you are using your ability to impose disadvantage on this guy's opportunity attack? Thodrian?
Sorry.
Because lady here is running away.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna have the luggage go into that corner there.
Ah, yes. And even at disadvantage, he is able to claw at her as she runs.
Okay. So it already has disadvantage?
I gave it I assumed you were using your ability to impose the disadvantage on it.
Yes.
And so she is going to take... I guess I have to give her health now. Didn't think about these things, okay? The other one is going to claw at her, and it doesn't have disadvantage because it's not adjacent to you. Or can you do that even at a distance from the enemy?
As long as she's within 5 feet of me.
Okay, well...
My reaction. So
oh, it uses your
once I use
reaction,
it-
so you already used it.
Right.
So it manages to claw her as well, leaving her unconscious on the ground.
Wow, that is quickly.
I mean, they wanted to take her alive, but they also didn't want her to run away.
Who's got good touch?
And the luggage is moving off into a corner. Which brings us back round to Jim Jones. And his playing with some of the ugliest creatures known to the universes.
Check the Discord if you want proof.
Okay, so what Jim Jones is going to do is use my bonus action to drop spiritual weapon on that group that Theodrin's at that just dropped that girl, and then smack the one I hit with Radiant Flame with my Warhammer.
For the chat. Alrighty. So you said smack the one you Radiant Flamed with the Warhammer, and what was the other thing you were doing?
He was dropping a spiritual
Bonus
weapon.
action for
right
spiritual
in the
weapon.
group.
Dropping it on the group that has the girl.
Okay. So that'll be a hit against the red one with the spiritual weapon. For 4 points of damage. And spiritual weapon. And then Warhammer on the ugly monkey in front of you.
They're resistant to force damage? They're resistant to force damage?
No, I just haven't updated him to show that he's dead yet.
Yeah, alright.
It's one of those, a few too many things going on at the time, or at a time.
Yeah, fair. I'm just not used to being on the other side of the table anymore.
I hear that. I don't play much. As a player, that is.
I'll be tormenting Rise later.
As this
Possibly
thing
next week.
drops dead from a force sword, slashing it to pieces. And are you happy standing where you are, Jim? Because all you did was lightly ping the one that was actually in front of you.
Yeah, I'll stay put. We got the paladin over there. He's got her.
That brings it round to the mains.
Wow, I've got one right in my face.
And he is going to attempt to claw said face. He is going to succeed in clawing said face. How badly is he clawing said face? Holy hell, I think you came pretty damn close to losing an eye right there, Walker, as they gouge down all the way to the bone in some spots.
Oh, we can't have that.
As for the one in front of Jim Jones, will it finally come to its end? No. It can't even hit the lowest armor class character in the party.
This ain't that state-sanctioned hedonism, son.
As the two over by Thodrian try to take out their frustration on him and fail as hard as a demon can fail. Wow. They're just not being impressive for a horror night, you know? They should be big and mean and nasty, but they're flailing. Martin!
The one in front of me has my complete and undivided attention.
I'm gonna run up to beside Walko and hit it.
Look who finally grew a pair.
Hey now.
Everyone is in my way. I can't get a good angle to shoot.
So you're gonna shoot it point blank. Please tell me you're gonna shoot it point blank.
Nope.
Sword.
You gotta remember, these hedges are only half.
That is definitely a hit, Martin. And that is definitely enough damage, even before you consider sneak attack damage, to kill it.
Overkill is always welcome, though.
As you essentially cause
I will do the overkill just because I can.
As you
I
cause
really
it
like rolling 17s.
to... You cause its desiccated corpse to deflate like an overfilled balloon.
Please tell me it makes sounds.
Oh, it's making squeegee noises all the way down as Icar starts to pus out of it.
Oh,
And
Yay,
Billy,
I can
it is
divide my-
your turn.
I'm guessing this one right here is still alive.
Yep.
All right. Let me change my tool real quick. I'm gonna walk over here and give it a good smack with my longsword. Hopefully, give it a good smack.
Make Jim Jones look bad. That'll
And
work.
I did. Plus the 2 damage for my dueling styles for 11 damage.
As you spray demonic Icar all over, well, Jim Jones. Congratulations, you have a new experience, Jim. Having Icar in your mouth and beard and flowing down your face.
And
Don't-
Jim is, of course, laughing and smiling.
Don't worry, friend. We will wash that taste down with more drink.
More.
Do you wish to continue moving, Billy, or are you happy where you are?
It was 10.
You've used up 10, so you have 15
I can
more.
go there. I could go there, and that's about it.
Bringing us round to Thodrin.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna smack this dude right here.
That is a smack.
Well,
Wow.
let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and also use Divine Smite. So after I do me damage, for that, let me do. I instigate. That is what that is, right there.
That is an unholy amount of damage. You were going after green or blue? I believe it was green.
Green. And he's not undead, right?
No, he is,
Okay.
he
That's what I thought.
is demonic.
I'm pretty sure I got splattered this time.
That's a freaking rain of demon bits. It nearly reaches the splatter of its entire body discorporating. Practically reaches to Jim Jones again.
You see this huge flash of holy light just fill the area, followed like shortly by this like fine mist ichor.
I feel like this poor lady is traumatized more by being splattered.
Jim Jones tries to catch a little of the demon ichor out of the air. It's like, gimme.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and flat out rule that also obliterates the one that's behind you, because
Alright.
these guys weren't meant to be much of a challenge, and frankly, that was a hell of an overkill. So
That's
the
the best
flash of
overkill.
radiant light, after all, they are demons. I'm honestly confused as to why they aren't vulnerable to
Probably
radiant
because
damage.
they're more horrors rather than blooded abyssal demons.
I mean, technically, they are full-blooded abyssal demons.
I'm
Every
talking about-
demon, just about every demon you meet grew out of a mains. This is where they start.
We could have raised
There's
one alongside
plenty
the
of-
dragon.
Alright. So everything is dead. The woman is almost dead. And we don't know if anything's going on inside the house.
Well, Jim Jones is going to channel divinity to heal. I'm gonna start with Walker, heal him up full, then the girl, then anyone else in the party who's injured. Thodri and Billy.
Well, so far I'm doing good. I haven't taken a damn hit yet. And watch me get critted next round.
Alright, so Jim Jones is dropping the healing spells. As I check how many spells he has
10.
left. Let's start.
No,
with...
this one isn't healing spell. This is channel divinity.
Ah, yes. You're using your channel divinity, which... Preserve life.
What the hell is this green smoke stuff in the middle?
Oh, that's the fairy fire covering the tree.
Ah, alright.
It's the rich mother humper spent an awful lot of money. Why? Is Billy curious about it?
I was going to say if it was some sort of liquid I wanted to investigate.
So 20
If it's
points
We
to
need to
start.
investigate the tree anyway.
Oh, am
If I
I on
can
the
find
wrong layer?
something to brew,
I'm on the wrong layer.
if I can find something to brew with it, I'm gonna brew with it.
Hey,
So,
Dragon.
I've yet to find a good table for brewing, but I'm gonna brew with it.
Yes,
I
sir.
I have got a dip. I'm tired and I walk in the morning.
Yeah, we're kind of at a good... As much as it would have been fun to go further, we're at a good point to go. Okay, let's call it a night.
Alright.
Yeah, I got work in the morning. 6 a.m. comes.
6 p.m.
6
for me,
a.m.
suckers.
I mean,
6 a.m. comes too early.
it's 2 p.m. for me, but
You mean a.m.? Oh,
no.
All right, so
PM.
thank you all for joining us, and good night as these people discuss their personal lives on air.